Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Oh, Grand Rising Angie. Hello, fam. How you doing? Hello, hello, hello. What up, Mo? What you doing? What you doing? So quiet. So quiet. I was all prepared to be loud and yell because it's very loud outside of the apartment. So loud. The construction people are right in front of the house. What's up, my beautiful sister Teresa? So yeah, it's really loud. So they just kind of shut the engine off on the backhoe and everything. So maybe they looked at their watch and was like, "Oh, maybe we should be quiet." How is everyone doing? I am so happy to see you on this beautiful Monday. Teresa says, "Me." I haven't seen the man behind the curtain yet, so hopefully he'll be in any minute. And we will definitely get this ball rolling. Y'all know Mosaic. She is work lurking, you guys. So she probably won't be able to chit chat very much, but she may pop in and out of the chat. Oh, man. Thank you very much, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The longer I sit with my blonde hair, I think I'm really liking it. And I have been a brunette my entire life. No ands if buts about it. And then I'm a red brunette, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm really liking the blonde, though. I don't know. I wanted to do that silver, and then I don't know. That came and went quite quickly, actually. Because my hair really didn't take the silver, and I bought a really good silver, and it was all it did is make my hair go blonder. And I'm like, wait. I'm thinking wait. I'm trying to go through the color wheel in my head, why is this happening? Whew. How is it down there in this beautiful state of Florida? Is it really hot down there? Because it's supposed to be 95 here today with the heat index of 104 or something. And then tomorrow it's supposed to be 98 with a heat index of 111. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Holy cow. Yeah. Tuda's here. Hello. Hi, Maruta. Hello, Maruta. How are you? How are you? How are you, Tuda? I have not seen you in so long, and I suck at checking in with people. I mean, y'all already know this, but oh my God, long time no see. Beautiful. I feel you on that. Sitting in the balance, no matter the obstacle, is the goal, right? Balance, yes. 86, but it only feels like 96 with, the humidity. Whew. It is thickums. Rose, hello. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Grand rising. AM salutations and all that. Shall we call the man behind the curtain? Shall we give him a little ring-a-dingy? Let's see where he's at. My grandma always told me that I shouldn't ever dye my hair because people would pay thousands of dollars to get my hair color. Oh, well, what color is it? I want to know. Oh. Look, Everybody, we got together, right? Look, the man behind the curtain is here. Oh, okay. So it is Monday, and y'all know what we do every Monday. We get together, we lift each other up. I try to do the best I can to give my hope cup to you guys on Monday. That's what Monday is all about. There are many ways to look at that one singular word. Um, I live on it, no matter what. So many other, um, they didn't just come. They just didn't come through like hope did. Hope always came through. So today, I am hopeful that your messages are incredibly full of the inspiration of hope that I want to give to you guys because, man, there's just not enough of it, right? So, but until there is, I will live on unity and they kind of go hand in hand for me. So, like I always say every morning in meditation, unity always until hope. And it's not me being pushy. It's just me knowing that without hope, I wouldn't be here right now today. So today, right now, today we're going to do hope. Millie, what's up? Hello. Rossi, did I say hi to you? I know I did in other chats because, I like to stalk you. It's like my team knows Rossi's online somewhere and they're like, go here. And I'll be like, hi, Rossi. Oh, all right. I saw a list. I saw a list. Let me go find my list. Okay, let me jump back up here to Brother Thomas. So right now, let me get this list pinned. Right now, I have 2 on the list, and that is Mo and Teresa. All right. So Mo and Teresa. Let's go. Okay. The best part of all of this is, yes, there is a meta message, but here lately they have enjoyed letting you guys have an additional archangel come through and give you guys an additional message. So every single message has a message from Metatron and also a very personal message from one very specific archangel that chooses you this week. Make sure you study up on them if you don't actually work with them. If it is one that you work with, make sure that you honor them on their day of the week and then their color ray as well. So make sure that you step up your game, which will encourage them and show them that you're ready for them to bless you just a little bit more when they see your confidence growing in your faith. So I'm not even going to look at the other one. I'm going to do the meta message first, Mo. So, okay. Well, you're definitely going to need your rain stick this week, and Pachimama comes in for you. So you're going to need to be as resourceful as you can possibly be, right? Not that you are not resourceful, but like I also can't make this shit up, right? So I know Mo is working and there's probably not going to be a lot of her commenting, but then again, there may be. But I just want to tell you that Pachimama has come through and she says you're definitely going to need that rain stick. So I don't know if you're going to be using it to call in ancestors and protection, or if you're going to literally just be calling in rain. You are a Pisces. Rain sticks can also be used as a form of disruption. We can use it to back up energy. It has to be kind of our own energy, but it's residual, just kind of laying around. This can call in other things that work with water and wash that energy away. So There's a lot of ways to work, and you have a couple of different rain sticks, and you have mine and access to it if you need it. If you need deeper tones, yours is kind of in the higher ranges, and mine, it's got that alto kind of bassy sound to it. So make sure that you allow yourself to get as much water as you can. Pun literally on the metaphor of the cactus, only for the simple fact is because that's literally paired with Pachamama, and the cactus can store water like a camel. Like no other plant can hold water the way a cactus can, and survive and thrive off of the very small amount that it can absorb. So you, as a water Pisces, need to give a lot of water away. You got to bring in some more somewhere, and you will do it with the help of Pachamama. So it sounds like you and your resources are going to be in high demand this week. And that is the short version of your meta message. We can deep dive it later if you want to, but it kind of makes sense. The archangel that's coming through that says, "Get ready, girl, because I'm coming," is Uriel. Man, I feel like Uriel showed up for you last week too. Passion and that spiritual connection, right? So making sure that you understand that this is about you, your growth, your journey, your connection. So Uriel also wants you to know that the archetype within you is the storyteller that she will be working with you the most on. This is an archetype that's not easy for a lot of people because sometimes we begin to believe the storyteller part of us, and we don't stay current and present enough sometimes. Although yours is in the upright position, this does give you the benefit to express the storytelling while staying in the expression of presence. This is a challenging position, but with your symbols and your stories, your humbleness will begin to show wildly and vividly. So, this archetype is in the upright position. So, Uriel is just probably going to point out the times when you don't see it, right? Sometimes we see it competently, and it gives us a chance to be confident, but this time, I think it's the other way around. And just knowing that you're doing something without actively knowing that you're intentionally doing, sometimes that needs a little bit of validation for any and all of us. So appreciate that that's one of the best parts of having a spiritual connection to more than one high deity being or light being, right? So whether you can fluently speak with them or you can hear them, sense them, feel them, we have all of these senses, and you're going to get the opportunity to figure out which one works best for you. There's going to be some understanding and forcing of you to look at other sides, right? So when we think about what is happening for us, we tend to look at why it's happening to us first, right? But the perspective of forcing you to see it half full always first, if you find out differently, that's life showing you that it's not always going to be a bed of roses. But when it's forcing you to have that as your first perspective, because it's not something that you grew up knowing or doing actively, it is going to be something for your highest self that is needed for you to reach your future self. So make sure you're paying a lot of attention to where they're emphasizing, maybe not so much of why they're emphasizing. They also want you to know that you yourself, you are not the mermaid, but you are daring, right? So are you a siren that will call in pirates to their doom and make them go into the rocks? No, I'm kind of thankful of that. But what you are is daring enough to challenge the mermaid, right? So when you challenge the mermaid, that is you not backing down, but not choosing to choose sides either, because you will defend what is right, not who is right. Sometimes we have to be the opposite of what we appear to be because we are defending the balance of right and wrong, not the individual who chooses to be right or wrong. So there is one more thing that you will be working with Uriel on, and that is charity, generosity, and gratitude. Learning how to truly nest is going to be something that a lot of us think that we do, but ultimately we don't ultimately sacrifice everything for home, right? Because some of us don't live with the concept of take care of home and home will take care of you. But again, this is in the upright position, so it's more of an awareness of things that are to come for you instead of a challenge for you to add actively seek something that needs to be tweaked, right? So with them all, literally every single one of them being in the upright position, this is just awarenesses and that constructive criticism that Uriel is so good at, because just changing your perspective ultimately will change your connection to the future you that you are trying to become now. And that's what I've got for you, Mel. Oh, Teresa. I believe Teresa is next. And then I will see if we have an updated list. Hello, everybody coming in. Oh, we do have an updated list. Give me a second. Let me switch this out. Let me unpin, and pin this one. Okay. So Teresa, Rossi, Angie, Tuta, and Rose Blue. And that's who's on this list. Yep, as long as Thomas knows you guys have stepped away, then I still do your read. But if you do not let Thomas know and when it's time for your read, if you're not here, I will move to the next one. All right, Teresa. All right, so I'm not going to look at that again. Same concept for every single person. There's literally 2 messages for you guys. There is a meta message. It's going to kind of be short and sweet and very specific for one thing. And then there is going to be an actual personalized message. Remember, take everything that resonates, no matter who you are or who the message is for. Leave the rest behind. It will help someone down the road, even though they don't know it yet. Right. So, I love this for you. Okay. All right. So, knowing that you stay somewhere in the balance, and this is the best part of it, like literally, this is somebody that knows that they live on a 7 energy, but they can play in the 6s and they can play in the 8s without having repercussion, karma, bad favor, being on the dark side, or being too bright light. No, somebody that lives on a spot of balance has the ability to know what it's like due to their own life experiences. They learned how to judge good, bad, and make themselves be who they want out of both of those worlds. You set your boundaries by what you won't accept, not by what you will. You can't live that way. You would be boxing yourself in. And as someone that has learned this 7 million different hard ways, I can tell you that once the good started coming, it was drastically different for me. There was no way for me to not know that it was anything other than good. So that is the part where we focus at when we say, I have closed those doors, right? That doesn't mean that I'm imperfect. That doesn't mean that I am not human. What it means is that I completed those certain cycles of my life. Now, what I choose to do now, who I choose to reflect outside of me, is because I believe in their core values and they reflect inside of me. And I try my best to be that reflection every day, no matter which ghost I say good morning to first. So, with that being said, you honor yourself when you find your way. Your way. It's not meant for Tom, Dick, and Harry. and the cat down the road. Unfortunately, they don't get to play along. They can parallel you and go with you. They can dance in a circle and celebrate with you, or do a war chant or a defense chant, or throw down black salt for protection, or light a candle for hope, inspiration, calm, and comfort minds. But what they cannot do is it for you. No one can. So, because you chose to close that door, which is a beautiful thing, you realize that you weren't meant for every good ride. It's because you did every good ride and you found out that not all of them are worth the consequence that's on the other side. And because of that, it's those experiences that give you the right to close doors on parts of your life that no longer serve you. It's not like it's not there. It's not like it's not still part of your flesh and blood. It's not like you stopped loving that part of you. What you did is you stopped giving that part of you to people that don't understand you. They're not deserving of knowing what the struggles were, because they wouldn't have helped you in the first place. They wouldn't have held their hand out in a dark situation and said, I'll sit with you. I can't climb the ladder for you, but I'll sit with you. It's because of those moments and them walls that you pulled yourself up from, every broken nail, every broken stride, every time you thought you were on a strong, solid foundation and found out that it got ripped out from under you again. What you realized is that you kept replaying the same memory, thinking, okay, well, I'm going to do it different this time. I'm going to do it different this time. Once you really, truly found out that you yourself were your own definition of insanity and said, absolutely not, that was the moment that when you started closing those doors, you started making better choices. Yes, absolutely. You could vicariously go and remember the thoughts that got you to places that caused the consequence. But now I don't choose those choices. I choose the ones that have abundance and blessings on the other end of it. No, they're usually not as fun. No, they're usually not so packed with adrenaline that you are euphorically high for an amount of time that you may not even remember afterwards, but you found a different dance. You found a dance within yourself that was supposed to be a one time thing, but instead it is the reason you now know that when you close them doors, it's not because you're scared of the consequence. It's because you're not willing to pay that consequence anymore. And there is a difference. If someone still thinks the other or the lack of you, they are not serving you. They are not trying. They are there to keep reminding you of what you're missing out on. Close that door. I'm proud of you, and you're proud of yourself, I'll bet. I bet you there is just got to come a point in time when you look back and be like, you know what? I'm proud of my damn self. I'm proud of me. So that is your meta message, but let's see what archangel comes in for you. So you get Raguel. This is about justice, discipline, and harmony. Does that not literally just go with the meta message about closing them doors and not worried about that consequence anymore? Because I'm just not going to pay it. I don't care what your opinion is. If it's still the same after I close the door, you can stay on the other side of the damn door with that. I don't care. You can go do it. Tell me how bad it hurt when you get back. I don't know. I'll be here though. You can either be changed or you can be funny acting. I'm not going to be the same. So your archetype that Raguel really, really, really wants to work with you on, and it's in the upright position, is the warrior within you. The strength, the skill, the discipline, the toughness that you learned with your will, your heroism, your self-sacrifice, the ego conquering that you did to be the warrior that you are, right? That is not a light attribute. I can't get my word out, but I'm going to go with archetype. This is one of the most hardest archetypes because when it's in reverse, you are so cocky and just almost to the point where you're a damn fool. You're not even a fool at that point, right? That's literally that damn fool moment, right? But with this being upright, this is strength. This is strength you didn't know was going to be needed in your life. Even if it came to the point of where you clashed with family and friends that have been there the longest, they tend to hurt the worst. But when they see you come and be on the other side, they will either support that about you, or you have the choice to want them to succeed. You want them to eat. They just can't sit at the table with you no more. You don't want them to starve. You don't want them to wither away and go away. No, you love them. You don't have to like everything about them to understand them. But they also understand you too. So that is so wonderful. There is a completion and a renewal that's coming to you, but it's coming in the form of space. So no, you're not alone on a planet, okay? You're not the sole survivor on a big, huge, lonely planet. What you are is the one that found space. When you found this space, you completed something within you, and you can now renew you. It's like renewing your subscription, but you've upgraded you and you didn't have to pay the upcharge price, because ultimately the universe paid that price for you and paved the way for you to gain the ground that you gained. Now it's just a matter of perspective on how you see the game from here on out. The only thing that changes is the players. The rules don't change, right? So remember that while you are adapting and while you are working with them this week, you're also going to understand the Trinity a whole lot different. Now, unfortunately, this one did come out in the reverse. So this is your challenge for this week. There is something with balancing a decision that you need to prioritize. You're literally the only one that knows this. You may have told someone about it, or it may be just on the back burner and you don't even realize that you're struggling with it, and it is literally going to change everything. Or maybe you just need to add a little dash of soul food seasoning or some cumin or something up in there, a little paprika or something, right? Something very simple can be changed, right? Because it's not saying you're not in balance. What it's saying is that you just need to tweak it. Remember those Friday's fixtures? That tweaking is what it is all about. We're not taking down the whole chandelier. Hell no, it's a one of a kind. There is never another one just like this one. Therefore, I'm just going to tweak it. I'm going to make it mine. So you are going to do this. It is going to be something that is for your future, and it is going to be wonderful. And that's what I got for you, babe. Uh-oh, my phone, my clicker stuck. No, don't do it. It was stuck. My clicker was stuck. We are on Rossi. Rossi. You're welcome, Teresa. You're welcome. What is this? Let me see here. Rose Blue says, I thought they were ashamed or embarrassed of me. No, they just really don't want anyone else living in the house. Chief in session. Chief in session. Gotta get it mixed up. Angie says, where? The CS on the back, you know, the family's initials are crest. Our crest. Hello, beautiful Amanda. What you doing? All right, Rossi. All right. We're just going to look at this real quick. Ooh. Okay, so, all right. Something you're hesitant on, right? Don't we all have that, right? We all have that moment where there's something that we hesitate with. It doesn't mean that we're not going to do it. We just need to sit with it, right? This is that moment where we take 10 seconds to realize that maybe we need another 10 seconds, or maybe we need more time. Like maybe I really need to sit with this, right? This is that moment where I'm going to tell you that the 10-second rule needs to be your strongest advocate this week, right? The movement towards adventure is in the challenge position, but it was paired with soul retrieval, right? And the overwhelming kind of, being in the upright position, this definitely feels like it's a challenge, but what it feels the most of is just you knowing when you're tired, right? Those of us that have gotten to the point of being sick and tired, and then when we realize that we're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and are sick and tired is sick and tired of us being sick and tired, we understand those words a little differently, right? They don't all of a sudden hit the same. They hit in a way that there's like somebody literally put like a lure on it, a weighted lure, right? So you're understanding something, and it's even a little bit uncomfortable for you. That doesn't mean that it isn't meant for you, but it is definitely a little bit heavy for you. Now, you do need to understand that it's not meant to overwhelm you. It's meant for you to have something in plenty, right? Because the other part of the overwhelm is the plenty part, right? Sometimes when we are putting a new tool in our life, we have to kind of be a little bit of, like, I'm gonna use it, It's like somebody that really needs to do some physical activities or needs to get up and work out, and they got the mouth saying it and they've got the mind thinking it, but they don't have any actual physical action getting up and doing it, like that follow through, right? And that's where sometimes we just need to take that pause, right? This is where that 10 seconds comes in. But remind yourself that you're not just going to forget about it. You're going to ultimately make a choice, but it has to be a choice that fits, because it's not something that is going away. It's meant to have plenty and benefit to you. You just need to make sure that it is fitting correctly. So take your time, whatever it is that you are sitting with, but understand it is part of you. It is your soul journey, part of your job. It's going to go with you. It's not going to be parallel with you. It's literally going to be walking in the same lane, going, "Can I have some more room?" It's going to be that kind of walk. But you guys will figure it out regardless of what kind of tool it is. Even if it's something that right now you're just going, "I don't know. It can be there. I'm just never going to use it." Never say never. Never say never. So leave it with a yet, right? The acronym for "you're eligible to," but not actually putting it on the schedule, right? We're not giving it a time and place yet. We're just giving it the title of "yet." So leave it there, but ultimately you are going to have to make a choice, and you will have to pick it up. So the only way to do that is to just start figuring out where it's comfortable for you, and for how long, for what period of time. Is this something for a specific time of day? Is this something that will benefit me? Um, well, you get to finish the sentence, but it's going to have plenty with it. So it will be something that benefits you. The archangel coming in for you is Raziel. She is about inspiration, mysteries, and the Akashic records, right? So, and your archetype is in reverse. So you got the archetype of orphan. So I need to flip this just to read it. Feelings of abandonment that have strifed some form of maturing. You will be inappropriate with the surrounding family when you are not open about the feelings of feeling abandoned. So it was in reverse. Inspiration, mystery, and Akashic records. Let's see, Raziel with feeling of abandonment, Akashic records. Okay, so there could be a very strong situation for you that could be something that you're facing in your private personal life, right? So I don't want to dibble into that too much, but what I can tell you is that you're not the only one that has that. I get it every freaking time I have my archetype checked, right? I will go to somebody that I know has this very specific deck so that I can actually read it and go to it and understand through the guidebook, through the artist, the illustrator, understand it, right? Really deep dive it. And then I'll take it one step further. I will take that archetype and I will hit that with a blind spot because obviously I'm not seeing it, right? So you can break it down all you need. You don't need to have someone telling you that you're doing too much of something that ultimately is for you to break your own cycle and your own feeling of knowing someone wasn't there. Was it maternal or paternal? I don't know, but it may not even be something that you actively remember. Sometimes that abandonment comes and it was only a feeling, right? I struggle with it. My father has been long gone my whole life. I didn't even know it was something I struggled with until I really started working on that mother father dynamics of where did my abandonment actually start? Where did the forced triggers start coming in? Was it every time I heard someone talk about their dad and I couldn't relate? Was it the bad conversation? Somebody was mad about their father, about what they did, and they couldn't this or they couldn't that because their dad was this and their dad was that. And I'm over there going, at least you got one. I am not condoning the ones that would ever physically harm. I'm talking about the ones that want to say, I had the worst father, but come to find out he just really worked a lot and he had an iron hand. At least you had one, right? I'm not throwing it in your face that he wasn't perfect. I think you are because you're expecting him to be perfect, right? So I'm not saying that's your situation here. I'm just saying that there's a lot of different ways to understand how far back it can actually go once you open your box. It's going to be a quite interesting one for you, but I will tell you that there is some serious deep hunting going on. So, Wayfarer was also in reverse. Wayfarer is about feeling complete, it's about searching for truth and inner guidance, right? So, you're going to be diving possibly into the Akashic records because, I believe that's why she's wanting you to deep dive that situation, right? So they are both going cockawonky over here, right? So we have independence in reverse, but then we also have hunting in the upright. So you're not looking for a cat, you are the cat, right? So you need to understand that this hunting, becoming the prey, the predator, sorry, getting out of that prey mentality and becoming the predator, learning how to stalk, learning how to hunt, learning how to track, right? Learning to know what you're looking for. What type of track is this? What am I learning for? Is it going to break the bush? Is it going to be bigger than the game trail? Whatever it is, it's all about you carving back into you who you are, what you're about to become, and understanding that it is about learning how to gain independence from the past, from the knowing and feeling like someone let you down before you even knew what being let down was. It became an emotional chain that grew links. So this is your chance to go back, pull them chain links back, and really dive into your own perspective. And maybe you find something there. Maybe you don't. Maybe it doesn't resonate and it doesn't sit. And one day you realize you were supposed to give the message away to someone that is in your family or is in your circle of friends. Maybe you're just meant to give the message away, but it has to hit, it has to resonate, right? So I hope that somewhere down the road, maybe you reach out and we have a laugh about this, or maybe somewhere down the road you find some truth to this. I will help you with that, Russie. I love it. I love it. I love it. And like you said, you've been trained in it, so you have a much higher advantage than I do. I don't know much about them. I may work with Metatron, but that does not mean I have access to the beautiful places. So let me know when you find out. Let me know if you find this moment. Be like, well, damn. Angie, Tuta, and Rose Blue. And then I do believe there is yet another list. So we'll just keep it going. Look, I am hungry, Rose. Like I want, and I'm not gonna lie. I've eaten beans and we made some kidney beans and steak meat. Um, and her cousin made hot water cornbread. It was so good. It was so good. She made two different types because she makes one with natural honey and the other one with like a spicy habanero kind of honey. So it has a little spice kicky to it. I didn't try it because I don't like the hot, but it was so good. So I've been eating beans for like 3 or 4 days. So it's like, oh my God, why am I hungry when I said beans? Woo! All right, Angie, let's see. Oh, let me get your meta message first, and then we will look at the other. Oh, okay. All right. So, there's a part of your heart, right? That part of us, right? That heart of hearts that's within us, that beloved, beautiful heart that we protect, right? When we are letting our heart lead the way and no longer leading with the mind and the pride and the ego and those thin lines that usually lead us astray, we find that our heart always seems to find a place of compassion, right? Nobody understands compassion. It's a boy, isn't it? It's a boy. It's a boy. Please be a boy. Ooh, you have my hair? Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry. Nobody understands compassion better than somebody that didn't know the true definition of it, right? And then life teaches them what compassion really looks like or shows them what it really is because maybe they thought it looked like this or maybe they heard it was that way. However, you find it. It's your heart of hearts that led you there. It's that inner love that we have for not just ourselves, but for those that we allow to live in our hearts rent free, not our heads, right? Those people are the ones that we are weeding out. Those are the weeds. All them forced thoughts gotta go. You're no longer welcome. You can't be here. This is not your place. This is not your space. I set you free. I want you to have everything you think you want in life. I just now know that my needs are now officially fully met, and the blessings that come behind the needs are where my heart strengthens, where my backbone becomes straighter, my skin a little thicker, and I'm now the one saying sticks and stones might hurt my bones, but your words will never hurt me. And I don't care what you say. I'm walking over your words. I don't care if you throw up in my face that, well, you're a five-time convicted felon and you done did this and you done did this and you done did wah, 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 blah, 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 blah. Yep. hmm And then everything you think you know about me, go ahead with that too. It's not going to hurt me anymore. I forgave myself. Forgiving ourselves helps us find forgiveness for those that don't know what forgiveness genuinely looks like. So remember, you are the version of compassion that you have wanted for a very long time. So continue to be that version of you, that everything you do, it's about you, right? It's not about helping money financially wise. That's not what I'm saying. You take care of your heart. You let your heart lead you, because you know future you can't do it alone. It's going to have to eventually catch up with you and live present. Living present isn't some things that a lot of people can do because they're still holding on to yesterday's hurtful, painful, spilt milk, can't do nothing but clean it up, but still won't. They just look at it and now it's stinking, it's funky. Thank you for not being that person when it comes to seeing what your future looks like. That person is so hopeful and so ready to meet you that they keep making sure that the blessings continuously find you. So continue putting the drama on the back burner, because that's exactly where it needs to stay when you are trying to stay present and current in every way, so that your blessings do not hit a detour because you wasn't ready. When you stay ready, you ain't got to get prepared, remember? So continue with that. All right. The archangel coming in for you is Michael. Michael is about letting go of a lot of things, but sometimes Michael is about understanding courage differently, right? So the one and only thing that I can tell you that I learned from Michael was that he taught me that stupidity and courage are the exact same thing. I'm not kidding you. The exact same thing. There's one difference in them two, and that's you. Are you going to be stupid and sit there and let it happen? Or are you going to show courage for not just yourself, for the person that can't speak for themselves, for the person that can't defend themselves, for the person that maybe don't know what's going on because they walked into something and they don't have a clue what's going on. But now they're the spotlight. They're the problem, right? And they don't even know what's going on, right? But they can't speak for themselves. So are you that individual? That's what Michael loves to show all of us. I'm not kidding. He really does. He will help you find a way to let go of a perspective so that you can find the courage and not just be a bystander anymore. So there is some part of you that could encounter some bullying this week, because this card showed up. Now, this doesn't make you the bully. This could make you the defender, right? Because they paired it with Michael, and Michael is about understanding courage for what it actually is, and that it's on the same little thin line as stupidity. They share the same dang on line at 6 and 8. Guess what? I know you got this. Just understand there is something for you to possibly defend. Is it going to be you defending yourself? Maybe, could be, because tranquility is here and they paired it with prosperity, but prosperity is in reverse, right? And also, so is metamorphosis. So I think that your challenge is that you need to cocoon yourself, right? So tranquility, which is about a harmonious inaction, is about you understanding that even if someone challenges you, even if you see a challenge arise, know that you being courage and courageous does not mean that you put yourself in harm in any way. I'm not telling you to not run into a house on fire because you hear a kid screaming. Listen, that's not what I'm saying, right? But if Joe Blow calls you because him and his girlfriend been fighting and arguing, and that's all they've been doing for 10 years anyway, and you allow it to be sucked in like a vortex, this could be your opportunity to become a defender of your own space, for your own tranquility, for your own peace of mind, and let them know, hey, 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 you can't call my line for anything other than this. You can't call my line anymore, right? There are a lot of ways to get people to respect your boundaries without being in a negative place or allowing them to take you out of your space, because they don't. You allow it to happen. No one else can take anyone out of their space. No one. You cannot physically do it unless you allow it. So make sure that your tranquility and your peace of mind is right, and that you know that you understand the situation and the assignment. So you do have a challenge this week. I don't know if you're going to be defending someone else's or if you're going to be defending your own boundaries. Don't know. Have to see how the week plays out. But I would love for you to reach out and let us know. What's up, Denise? How you doing? I just love when y'all keep chit chatting. All right, Tuda, Tuda. What up, Brooke? Tuda, Tuda. I think I also saw another list. So while I'm waiting to see if Miss Beautiful Tuda is still here, unless she let Thomas know she had to step away or something. Let me see if there's another list. Hi, Tina. I saw another list. Maybe I didn't. List Angie Rose Blue. Okay, so I did see another list. Okay, so let me switch this one out. Unpin, and then I'll pin this one. So this one, we're still on Tuda. I'm gonna see if she's here. I'm gonna do last call for Tuda, and then I'm gonna see if she's here. And then we got Rose Blue, Amanda, and Tiffany. Let's see. Let's get to the bottom down here. Tuda, I'm here. Okay, that's what I needed to know. Okay, all right. So before I look at all of that, let me look at all of this. Ooh, I really like this. Wait. Okay. 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 All right. Somebody's trying to thread the needle with you, aren't they? Is it like, I think this week somebody is going to try to literally thread the needle, right? I know, right? That's one of them old terms, right? I know that you have this gorgeous, beautiful connection with your team, and I mean, literally is almost hypnotizing to listen to you talk to your team, right? I'm gonna strongly say, with Metatron coming in saying that someone's literally going to thread the needle with you, somebody is seriously going to make you intentionally walk the line of your boundaries, right? Our foundation, our strong four, right? That five energy that we are as a human that is fully connected with our guides, whether you speak in their language or you talk to them in your head or human language, English, whatever. Knowing that your connection is capable of this kind of connection will help you understand that it is for you to become teachable, right? When we become teachable, we're becoming softer to ourselves. We aren't submitting to something or someone else. We have found that we have just learned to soften some of our ways, right? If we can't soften, we can't learn to give to ourselves. We can't learn to pay us forward. We can't begin to receive the ability of understanding our gifts the way that certain individuals understand their gift, or the way that certain individuals can communicate with their guides, right? Some people hear what and how some of us communicate, and it's a fascinating situation, right? What I can tell you is that it's beauty in all ways, right? So where I find it quite hypnotizing and mesmerizing, finds it soothing and calming. Some might find it, some of them just find the beauty in the connection, period, not necessarily even the sound or words that they are hearing, right? So I want you to know that Metatron says, keep going, but understand that there is some way this week that you could be intentionally challenged by your perspective, right? So when they come to you with that four energy, you're going to understand it because they are going to be the type that can destroy your four energy with just the snap of their finger. But it's not because they want to challenge your faith. It's because they're challenging you to give yourself a moment to make that you are in check, right? Sometimes they come in making sure that we're still humble enough to understand that we are teachable. So your hollowed bone, your teaching moment, had it been upright, this would be you giving the opportunity to show that you are leading one, reach one, teach one. But in this situation, what they are saying is that somewhere intentionally this week, a strong possibility of your boundaries will be intentionally checked. It's not because you're doing it wrong. It's not because your connection isn't there. It's because they need you to know you are there. You are present. You are current. You are doing what you're doing, whether they see it in a way that is unfulfilled of words they're looking for. You're doing it in a way of beauty. You're doing it in a way of comfort. You're doing it in a way of calm. You're doing it in the way that fits you, not them. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I would strongly recommend that you stand very firm on your foundation this week, regardless of who they are and whatever their point is, although very probably valid. Do not let it affect your principle. Don't let it sway your principle. If you find value in it, you will find a way to incorporate it, and then it will become rebarb for your foundation and become a stronger foundation because of who you are, not because of what they are. And that's your meta message. Now let's see what else is going on. Oh, the monk is coming in for you this week, and I like it. And oh, is it Fanuel? Fanuel. This is what today is all about, right? That optimistic hope that, oh my God, my cup is never half empty. It's always half full, at least, if not runneth over, right? So you have one of my favorite AAs coming in for you this week, and they want you to know that your monk your attribute is about selflessly having devotion and single mind dedication to true spirit. Do you see them words? Do you see them words? It's about the true spirit, not the one that is misunderstood, misled, misguided. It's the blind faith within you, regardless of how it looks to you, regardless of how it sings to you, talks to you, whatever. All it does is lift you, and therefore, because it lifts you, you continue to stay optimistic, and also you become even more hopeful than what you are every time you make that connection. You're conquering something now. What is it that you're conquering? I don't know, but it's helping you with your apprenticeship and your choices. So you have apprenticeship coming in and choices coming in, but it's all about conquering something, right? So as you are conquering and overcoming those below you, that means something that never had a soul to begin with. We're not talking about your everyday human or animal here. No, we're equal to all of those that have a soul. Believe it or not, I don't care what form they are. And if they're in a soul form, if they have a soul in that form, we're equal to them. If they don't have one, then they are below us. They are beneath us. Right? Okay, so whatever it is that you're overcoming that is beneath you, those lower frequencies, they're there, they exist. We got to keep up with them, and then also we got to shoo them away when we're done with them. It's all about you understanding that the choices you make are about that foundation that you stand on. It doesn't have to look right to anyone else. Your meditation is clear with your attribute and your archetype coming in at a positive upright position for monk. keep doing what you're doing. It's absolutely beautiful. Do not let negativity get in there, because that monkey mind and stinking thinking is probably going to be the hardest challenge for you this week. So make sure that you stay true to that beautiful you, and you will always stand strong in the foundation, even with their principles being thrown at you. And that's what I've got for you today. Ooh, you got a retreat coming up. I'm jelly. I'm jelly. Oh, that is going to be amazing. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love it. Love it. Bum, 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 bum. Rose, Blue, Amanda, and Tiffany. Rose, Blue, Rose, Blue, Rose, Blue, Rose, Blue, Rose, Blue, Rose, Blue, Rose, Blue. If y'all like Tuda don't have a wrench, somebody Mo is work lurking, although she's making it look easy. I know she's very busy. I can hear her working. So if I got another moderator that wants to drop Tuda's channel for anybody that would love to hear. Now, if Miles was here, he would be able to tell me exactly kind of what kind of angel language it is, but it's very native, it's very earthly, it's very, oh man, I forget the words he says, but anyway, the work lurker has got you there. So if you guys would love a chance to just hear what I'm talking about with Tuda's connection, if you come in, just say, hey, Hershey wanted me to just listen. And that's all. That's it. Just listen. You don't have to ask questions. I mean, feel free to ask questions, but maybe just listen, because even if you do not understand the words she's saying, you'll absolutely feel them. And for some reason, even if it's not your specific name she's channeling, the message could very much still be about you, and you will somehow feel it in your body somewhere. Like seriously, like I always feel them in my roots. Like always. I never yet felt one in my head or my heart, my gut. Every time I hear this woman speak to her guides and her channel connection, my roots just start like tingling, like there's a big ass earth mover moving like right now, and it's like the feeling of that just that vibration. I love it. It's so wonderful. Rose, is Rose here, y'all? All right, last call for Rose. Rose is always here too. Did she step away? Did anybody? Does man behind the curtain? Did Rose say something about stepping away? Didn't I see somebody's message or something? Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Amanda. I have not heard from. Oh, Rose is here. Okay, hold on, Amanda. Sorry, Rose is here. She's here. Okay. I love when like the native just starts popping, right? And when I say that, listen, I if you are on Earth, you have a chance. If you're on Earth right now, you have a chance. You have a chance to make a connection with something beautiful, with something outside of your control, and you can do it through meditation. You can do it through rituals and chants, sweat lodges, right? I love when Sweat Lodge shows up for us. When it shows up for us, it tells me that there's someone that's got your back. Even if you don't know who it is, even if you don't know if they're indigenous or if they are a fourth dimension, a fifth dimension, an 11th dimension, another being altogether, a fourth dimension hybrid sprite fairy. Who knows, right? You don't know. That's the best part. So there is a ritual for you coming in, Rose, for this week. Now, is it going to be your traditional? I would hope not, because they're showing up in Sweat Lodge form. Sweat Lodge is literally demanding that you find a way to take time just for you, right? Not for anyone else. You can't do this if you're doing it for someone else, because then you're not truly giving you. You are letting someone else speak for you. You are letting someone else think for you. When you don't make a decision and you allow someone else to always make every single one of your decisions, the only thing you are doing is proving to yourself that you are incapable of making a choice. I watched a meme the other day and they were like, where's somewhere safe for the people that cannot something, what was it? They're unconscious to time or something. And in this programmed world, I literally, I was sitting outside. I had just finished smoking, and I was sitting out there, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, that meme pulls up, and I'm like, wait, there are literally real tears coming down, and the person that was with them was like, what are you talking about? Like, seriously, like, what are you talking about? And they were literally were trying to make the point about they're always late because they don't have the concept of time. They weren't created with it. You live in time. You live in a dimension of time. So to say that you don't have it and you live in the dimension of it, somewhere there needs to be a spot where you realize that you are in a dimension that is capable of becoming so much more. We can progress, we can become more, we can grow more, we can learn more when we ultimately make the choices, take the sacrifice, and do something for us that leads to the benefit of others. You have Sweat Lodge coming in, being confident in your magic and understanding the universe just a little bit different, right? Are you the universe or are you the hand? Are you the one that's reaching out for the universe, or is the universe reaching out for you? Your concept on how you see yourself, knowing that in this hand I'm safe and in this hand I'm safe, knowing that I'm safe within my own two hands lets me know that I'm also safe within the faith of the God or source or universe that I choose to put my faith in. So know that the challenge of understanding your faith isn't about you not having faith. It's about you understanding you are a version of faith. You are a version of your own partner. Your insides reflect your outsides. Your outsides reflect your insides. You are willing to be more competent. You're willing to practice more of what you say. Just making our mouth say it with no follow through will not get you through a Sweat Lodge ritual. But when you sit down and you actively bring yourself to a present situation where you can participate in a ritual like that, please follow through with it, because you have only the best part of you to gain on the other side of it. And consciously knowing that it will build your confidence along the way is a beautiful meta message. All right. The archangel coming in for you is Hanel, and she's coming in to understand that the shapeshifter part of you, the skills and navigating and understanding through different levels of consciousness, is your strength, because you have a potential to become everything. I'm not kidding you. So, your archetype for the week is shapeshifter. Understanding that you are everything and everything is you. You are the epiphany of everything you want to become. You just aren't looking at yourself that way, is what you are going to become. You have the hope card and opportunity and prosperity coming in for you. And guess what? The freaking energy of all of it is time. I'm not kidding you. I did not know that card was in there. I can't make this shit up. So, understanding you is what your sweat lodge journey is all about. So, enjoy your ritual, but you will be doing it with joy and gratitude because understanding the basics of gratitude will lead you to a place that you cannot find or buy outside of learning it, and that is grace. So, that is your message for you. I hope that it helps you. But if not, just sit with it and come back to it. It'll come in for a few days, may go out. But either way, because it's your shape shifting energy, you may have to make it appear by making yourself appear. And that's what I've got for you. Amanda. Hi, Linda. Hi. See if anybody made a donation. Nope. No donations. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh, new subscriber. Thank you for the subscriber. Thank you. Yep, that is a beautiful way to support the channel as well, and it's free, and it helps me boost my algorithm. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to monetize. I just want to reach one, teach one, and I want to get as many messages as I can out there. So, again, if you made a donation to the channel, which somebody made a gracious donation to the channel, and I cannot wait for the deck to get here. It'll be here soon, and I can't wait. I'm gonna do a walkthrough with you guys. I got a lot going on, and I got a very busy rest of the month, but it's getting put on my calendar very soon. But it's not even shipping out until dang near the end of the month, so there's that. Anyway, all right. Amanda. So we have Amanda and then Tiffany. And then I'm going to have to see if there is a final list or if this is the last of the list. Has the last call been done already? Anybody know? I have not, Amanda. I is it like for delivery today? I haven't received anything. Um, Yes, last call was called. I got the donation to order the cards. Yes, but they won't even be shipped until like the 27th through the 29th. So it'll be next month before they get here. Hershey, did you receive the Emerald Tablets of Hermes? No, not yet. I have not. I'll check, but yeah, absolutely. If you see that it's like out for delivery, it just means that there's like a lot of construction. So like I don't know what time they may have to like park at one of the ends and walk down here. But either way. Oh, and Tiffany, I don't know if you got the message or not, but I did get my glasses back. Yeah, Tiffany did a good job, didn't she? She must have knew I was going to do my hair this color back in the day. Because like they've been missing for like 3 months. Like I was so upset about my glasses. I was so upset about my glasses. All right. So this should be Amanda, right? We are doing Amanda, right? Boom, 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 boom. Again with time. Okay. All right. But the familiar though. All right. Wait. Let me see here. It's about the poising of it, right? Like the elegance of it, I think. Oh, Tuda, thank you. I am so grateful. And you guys know, you guys don't have to. I don't read for donations ever. I are for money. So anything you guys send, it's a genuine blessing so greatly. And then like the beautiful little gift to order a very special deck. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay, all right, let me focus. Okay, so Amanda. Huh? So you have your familiar coming in. I don't know if it's like a specific familiar that you work with or if this is one that is going to be coming in for you specifically for this week, but it is the owl. If this is one that you work with all the time, then you probably know all about the owl, but the owl has so many singular jobs. They are one of the busiest winged, feathered familiars, right? Now, I work with a lot of birds, you guys know this, and owl I work with occasionally, but it's usually when I am in the bad guy energy, like if I'm doing crime reads, or if I'm specifically working with a client that is working with bad guy energy they're trying to remove from their healthy body, right? Once we start working on that trauma mind and that trauma body and we start like pulling it out, we have to replace it, right? So owl is one of those ones that I pull in to find all the bad guys, right? So when I say that for the owl to show up, this is something that you regularly work with, or like very specifically this week, they're coming in because they need you to understand you a little bit differently. And the ways that they need you to understand you differently work in the ground of grace, and not just grace, right? The generosity part of grace. That is not about giving it away to someone else. It's about remembering to give to ourselves first. If we don't have us together, if we don't put us first, we never can put someone else first. We can't give ourselves when there is none of us to give, right? No matter what. No matter what. I don't care. I talk all day long. I am an open door policy from X amount of hours to X amount of hours, 3, 5, 6, 7 days a week, 8 days a week. Hell, some days I forget what week I'm on, depending on how my clients are doing, because I want my clients to know they can always knock on my door, right? They can always ring my phone. They're not alone. You never know when them moments are going to happen, when something is going to trigger something and say, ouch. So for the owl to come in, the owl is coming for you with understanding the exact timing, right? It's all about the timing. That owl is going to sit in that tree. They're not going to make a hoot. They're not going to make a sound. They're not going to let anything know that it is there until it is time. You as the person that's looking for the owl may not see the owl and it's sitting right there on the branch in front of you and you cannot see it because the perfect camouflage that it carries, right? You don't have to worry about looking for a snow owl and you live in the tropics because guess what? That's not going to happen, right? If you live in the tropics, you live in the tropics. So you're going to obviously be looking for a owl that can live in the tropics, right? So therefore it's going to have the ability to hide in plain sight just like any other owl. So understand that it is about the exact moment of timing and it is about registering it to grace and generosity for yourself. So, understanding that it's within you to grow is not anything but a personal challenge from Metatron to say, I know you got it in you, but I'm apparently going to challenge you. So the owl has already been sent. This is just me letting you know as the messenger. Pay attention to the poise, the positioning, the timing. How patient has that owl been? Did you maybe think you saw it? And if you did you overlook it? Did you look harder to see if you seen it and you still kept overlooking it? It's probably right there. It's just waiting for you to come into spirit of gratitude and grace, and then it's probably going to open up its beak and have a whole lot to say. Or it's going to start rotating its head and flapping them wings because it's going to get your attention one way or another. So just pay attention and make sure that you recognize the time, because there could be synchronicities in the time and also the arrival or departure of how the owl came in. Archangel Gabriel shows up for you, which is freaking good, because when you get the attribute and the archetype of pioneer, you know that you are someone that can either turn it up and start from nothing, or you can literally burn it to the ground. We don't like that, right? To be a pioneer, to be a person that can literally create everything from nothing or destroy everything, right? So make sure that you understand when Gabriel comes through for you, it is about recognizing the connection to all of it, not one thing, all of it. Understanding that it is everything and everything is it. He, they, she, we, they, whatever you call it, your higher power, your source, your God, your belief, your understanding that your communication with your team, whether it's your 6-man team or it's your extended team, or it's only when you work with angels, or only when you work with the ancestors, or only when you're connecting to this or going over there, or it's the cat down the road, that part is completely 100% up to you. It doesn't matter what I think or what I feel or what I say. It just matters that you understand it's about communicating it all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You cannot be good at your job when you completely deny that something exists or is there. You're pretty much just saying, nope, I'm a one-sided coin. I was specially created. Bullshit. We all know better than that. So don't let that kind of mentality be in your way. Understand that it is about communicating with everything, even when you don't like it. I am deathly terrified of spiders. And what happened yesterday, I go on Discord and there's not just this little teeny tiny little cute jumping spider. It's about that damn big. Okay, it really wasn't, but it looked like it when I saw it. I'm like, what? I had to check myself before I was like, it's just a post, Hershey, but it's like, oh my God. Like, how, when you know this, when you humanly know that somebody is terrified of it, and then I think back, well, I wonder who's terrified of dragons? Who's terrified of ghosts? Who's terrified of a spirit board? Who's terrified of this? Who's terrified of that? How many am I actually connecting and communicating with, right? So don't put any limitations on you. Don't cut yourself short, and understand that Gabriel wants you to communicate with all of it. And because you are a pioneer, you can literally turn nothing into everything. So understand the shelter that you are going to be seeking is within you and capable. The vision that you're going to be seeking is within you and capable of you. And the other thing that they want you to understand is that no matter how heavy of that stone is, no matter how many tons you think you cannot carry, I need you to look at it differently, because you can simplify it and you can put it on wheels. You can turn every bit of the shelter, the vision, and the tons and tons and tons of ugly weight that's ahead of you, you can simplify it into its lightest version, and then you can carry it with the help of Gabriel, and understanding that it is only for a short period of time, because you're communicating with something that needs you. It's not going to need you forever. It's just going to need you to understand it, communicate, and then it will be free to move on, and so will you. And that's what I got for you, love. Tiffany. And then, is Tiffany my last one? Is Brother Thomas still here? Brother Thomas, are you still here? Is Tiffany the last one? I don't know if I answered your question, Amanda, on how is he connected to your soul. But I truly, truly do believe that he would absolutely be the one to answer that question or lead you to the archangel that possibly you work with. Maybe ask your team, what is your ray color? Your ray color will lead you to a lot in this world. I am an eighth ray, so um, find out what your ray color is, and it can answer a lot of questions. It can lead you to people that can help you understand your current present life by simplifying it. So find someone that reads colors or that can access the Akashic records or the ancestors the way some of these gorgeous, beautiful light workers work. I'm a root worker. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you. I cannot. I don't have them kind of beautiful gifts. I wish I did, because I would have all kinds of answers. But unfortunately, I'm just a root worker, and I work in the subconscious. I want to get the ball rolling for you, though. Ask your team. Sleep on it. Look, 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 look. Here, look, look. So my aunt TT, she would tell me all the time, when you have a truly universal question that you don't think a human can answer, write it on a piece of paper and then stick it under your television. I'm not kidding you. I don't let it sit there. Don't move it. Even if a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, a month goes by, do not move it. If you dust, look, put your finger on it and dust around it. Don't move it. Don't move it. Be patient. Your answer will show up. If not on the TV it's sitting under, but on a telephone, the answer that you seek will show up. Have faith. I promise you this. All right, Tiffany. Chanel works with the pink ray. Oh, I love it. Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. Bum, 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 bum. Well, even if I didn't want it to, it did it anyway. Okay. I was gonna. All right. I thought I had do not disturb on, but apparently I did not. All right, Tiffany. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. And again, I don't know if Brother Thomas is still here, but if I missed anybody, he will let me know. So, all right. Okay. But yeah, that the way the screen question goes, it's not that you don't trust a human, right? It's not about the trust. I mean, we're human. We crave connection, right? We're built that way. I mean, come on. Like, to deny it is to deny that you're human. You heard what Yoda said? You laughed at that, right? And that's a 900-year-old Jedi, and I think he's got a few understandings. So I'm just saying, make sure that you do not be too hard on yourself. Well, this is not what I expected at all. Okay, Tiffany. Whew. All right. Pink is also the third ray. Yes, your rays are very specific. There are the eighth ray. The only reason the eighth ray doesn't have a day of the week is because there's not 8 days a week. So therefore, the eighth ray can almost float on any day. But when you find your ray, you find your color, your day, your AA, your female counterpart. Look, you'll find a lot when you find your ray color, and then also making sure that if you're a sun child, do your rituals and everything in the day. If you're a moon child, do all your rituals and all that in the moon. So once you start simplifying your life, literally, like by living in the lane that you were created to be in, it becomes freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. Okay. All right. So I know that this one is gonna seem a little like what? But okay, here we go, Tiffany. So look, I really only have one thing to say for you. Stand the fuck up and bow. Take an applause, pat your back, do whatever you need to do. Go scratch your back, go do whatever you need to do. Go take a shot, a drink, a sip, whatever. But what you need to do is you need to understand that you are damn sure going in the right direction. I don't care how many people you pissed off. I said that. I don't care how many people you pissed off along the way either. Keep doing it. The more people that understand that you're not playing with them no more, they're going to stop playing with themselves as well, right? Because that's all that's happening is because we keep allowing them to keep playing with us. They keep playing with themselves and they keep allowing themselves to live in a place that literally is in Egypt and it's a river and it's called denial. So thank you. You're not calling nobody out. You're not trying to be ghetto. We ain't trying to be rude. We ain't trying to be ignorant or loud or none of that. But we're gonna be felt. We're gonna be heard. We're gonna be understood. We're going to be appreciated for what we believe, not what we look like, not what we wear, not what we politically believe in, even though some people let it go a little too far. We're not talking about them right now. We're not talking about the religion. Well, we're kind of always on the philosophy of the religion, but we're not actually on that level anymore, right? When we stop living in a programmed narcolepsy kind of mind frame, we understand that we are truly breaking those generational curses that we have been living in, right? Those programmed mind, them programmed thoughts, them everything I don't actually believe in, because I am now finding out that my thought is different than that. I grew up thinking this, I grew up living this, but then I got grown and I found my own voice. Then I got grown and I found out that my real feelings aren't that. Actually, I don't even like it. It doesn't mean that I don't love them for their value. It doesn't mean that I don't appreciate the dedication that they have. I just can't allow it to be my foundation. Their point is valid and legal, or works for them, but it's not mine. It doesn't form the foundation that I stand on and that I stand with. I don't have to make sense to anybody but me. I don't have to be heard by anybody but my faith in my higher being, because that's the only one that says jump and I say how high. So understanding that that is what you're breaking, you are breaking chains that were only meant to hold you back, hold you down and hold you back, not lift you up. Them become very heavy. When you become the chain, you become part of the link that must be broken. But because you realize that's a lot of excess weight and I ain't going to carry it no more, I'm going to carry corn, I'm going to actually take the time. I'm going to plant. I'm going to actually take the time to get rid of all the weeds, and then I'm going to form a row, and then I'm going to get the right dirt, and then I'm going to make sure I got the right compost, and then I'm going to make sure that I get a good seed, and then I'm going to make sure that I have the right distance between each seed, and I'm going to plant every seed intentionally. I am going to bless the ground, and I am going to water, and I'm going to nourish it. I am going to do all of this for me and my harvest. I'm going to focus on something that can give back to me instead of constantly staying in a place of confusion and conflict. right? That is not the place to be. So thank you so much for recognizing it. Thank you so much for literally moving out of that and moving into something that actually will, in time, become serving, harvestable, and beneficial to you in all kinds of ways. I don't care if it's kettle corn, feed corn, sweet corn, mixed corn. I don't care what kind of corn it is. There's benefits to every single part of it, including the stalk. So thank you for finding value in a harvest for you versus a conversation that is only benefiting them. Outside of your meta message, the archangel coming in for you, oh my God, is Metatron. And he is coming in, letting you know that you are not the damsel in distress. You are in the upright position. With you being in the upright position, this is understanding that nature and nurture are healthy and they need to romance each other so that they can inspire and rely on oneself. When the other way, then, well, I'm a product of my own environment. That bullshit. Bullshit. Metatron says, no, you're not. No, you are not. You are legacy. You are royal. You are divinity. And because of all the inner work and the deep connections that you make to not just you, it will pay forward to and through the tribe. So continue doing you, babe. Continue doing you. Do not let those that cannot see you for you be a part of your daily discussion, because you deserve you before they do. And that's the message I got for you. All right. And at this point, I do believe that was the last on my list. And I still haven't seen Brother Thomas. So did I miss Brother Thomas? And again, if anybody, Emerald Tablets be delivered on Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. I will definitely be paying attention. Thank you for absolutely letting me know. I cannot wait to read the Tablets of Hermes. It's my faith, my knowledge, my team, my guides. There are those that believe one way and those that don't believe. So just continue to do you. Absolutely. Like, if we can't put us first, we don't deserve, or no one else deserves, to be placed on a pedestal and made to feel like we surrendered to them and we couldn't even surrender to us. No. Perspective. Mind frame. All goes together. So I actually have one stack left here. I'm not sure who, or maybe we just only did 9 slots, but I do have one stack left here. So play love, remember, I will do a quickie real quick for you, and then we will call it. All right. So well, it's in the challenge position. So you need a break, right? So you need a physical play love, remember, you need to take a break, right? When we need to take a physical break, it shows up for ways that say night night, right? Like, no matter what you're doing and finding, everything online is about sleep, or maybe even depression, right? Because when we get into those mind frames, we start yawning, we start thinking of all kinds of things that we don't want no part of, right? So I'm not saying that you're in a state of depression, but if you are not using your ability, like, I feel like it's a royal kind of ability, right? Why do I say royal? Well, because it's straddling both worlds. Your challenge is that you're going to be witnessing something. Now, the physical presence of you is going to be spiritual break right now because you're needed for witnessing something, right? So obviously we understand that part, right? So we're not going to question or challenge that part, but you are going to be witnessing something about changing and stepping into maybe another realm, another parallel, another timeline, another time uh and space or something. I don't know exactly what the word is, but it feels like something that like royalty would get. So if you won't take a break from you, then you will miss your opportunity to witness something that could help you move from princess mode into queen or king mode, right? So knowing that not every prince or princess is meant for the bigger throne is not what you're witnessing here. You're witnessing your way to understand something that will basically save your seat for all of times, and it gives you the right to go out and experience and be a part of living and trying and becoming a part of existing with the philosophy of living a little without understanding to take it too far, right? So make sure that whatever it is, you're understanding it as the mind frame of witness only, right? Maybe even take notes in this situation. So just understand it for the moment in which it is. So flipping these over, we have Zadkiel coming in. Okay. So Prince is literally in reverse, and you have Zadkiel coming in, which is about forgiveness and compassion, right? So when you think about the freedom that comes with forgiveness and compassion, kind of makes you want to slow down even a little bit, right? Compassion is not something that we can just throw at people. That's like saying someone has grace and they don't even know how to humble themselves. They can't have grace. They don't know what it looks like. I'm not here to bust bubbles. I'm here to say Zadkiel is coming in because your prince attribute, your archetype is going to be challenging you, right? So do not challenge whatever it is that you're going to be witnessing it, because it could take you from prince to gesture. Mm-hmm. Spiritual and all of those that go with the straddling, the jumping, viewing, working with other beings first comes with respect. And if you do not show the respect that you would demand for you to have, someone that has the power to knock you down could physically knock you down a notch or two until you find your actual spot. And then you got to start all over again, right? You don't want to get 3/4 of the way up that climbing wall just to get cocky, just to get unforgiving of where you came from, where you started from. What was the breaking point that made you stop being who you used to be, right? This could be someone that you ultimately love or have empathy for, and they're about to get that rude awakening to what it really looks like to show respect in a world that isn't meant for us to see with our eyes. So as you watch something, as you witness, even if it is hard, I need you to know that it is for their benefit, not yours. So do not interfere. Just be honored that the universe chose you to witness it. Maybe in the long run, maybe they don't even know you're there. Maybe they don't know that you support them. And if they don't know it, they will know it after this, whatever it is that puts them through whatever hell they're supposed to go through to grow. Change isn't easy, it's just mandatory. If we deny it, then guess what happens? Life throws us into a tower moment. That isn't because you didn't see it coming. That's because every time the devil and the death card showed up and temperance and all them others showed up, you skipped over it like you didn't have to do that work, like you didn't have to do that. This is their opportunity to see life will always be 50-50. The blessings have to come with a consequence, and the consequences come with a blessing. They are always going to be a lesson or a blessing. Sometimes they're both. You just don't know it until you get on the other side of it. So make sure you're very patient with yourself, because you can have a chance, because your princess energy is in the challenge position. You could be a little bit disruptive. So destruction is in the challenge position, and so is rush. So I'm going to tell you to sit on your hands, time yourself out 11 minutes, once an hour, every single day. That's my personal challenge to you, Play Love. Remember, personally, every dang on hour. Not obviously if you can. If you can't, give yourself 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. Every stinking hour for this entire week, give yourself grace and peace, because the only one outside of Zadkiel, which is compassion, forgiveness, and freedom, is the flow card. The flow is about moving on, finding internal peace and recovery, right? That's that tower. Forces you, right? So if you interfere, this could go quite drastically, ouch, painful for you. But if you witness it and then you are there to just literally help them pick up the pieces and maybe pick up a few of your own along the way, there is a great opportunity for you to witness something that not all are able to see or be a part of. So, whether it's you personally or just you witnessing someone that you care about, or maybe you don't like them and this is karma saying, well, I got you. Be observant. That's all they're asking of you. Alrighty, that was the last of my beautiful messages. I love spending time with you guys. So, for those of you that got to hang out with me today, you guys already know what that showed me. That showed me that you wanted to get to know me just a little bit, and I get a chance to know you guys just a little bit more. We appreciate Mondays. We get to start in the north here. That's pretty much Sunday and Monday is the start of a new work week. So, make sure that you encompass the energy that you carry with you this week. Stay hopeful, stay optimistic, and remember that I see you, gems. I love you, and I will see you guys very, very soon. So until next time, all kinds of blessings, guys. And if you need me, hit me up. I'm only a phone call away. Bye, guys.